Good morning. Welcome to the Community Review on Hot 92.3. I'm Josefa Salinas, your host. August is Spinal Muscular Atrophy Month. Now, what is SMA? How many people have ever heard of it? Well, about 700 babies a year are affected every year in the U.S. And by the end of the year, there are 700 deaths since there is no treatment or cure. 1 in 40 people unknowingly can carry the gene responsible for SMA. Somebody that this is very important to. It touched them in a very special way. They're here to talk to us about it, enlighten the audience, and help everybody understand about this spinal muscular atrophy, or we'll call it SMA the rest of the day. It's a motor neuron disease. With us in the house, Julie and Jessica, because they're here to talk about baby Hannah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So first of all, let's talk a little bit about how you, did you even know this before baby Hannah came?
No, before I got pregnant, I had no idea about this disease. I had never heard of it. And after Hannah was about 4 months old is when I learned about the disease, because I started noticing that she wasn't meeting her childhood milestones as she should have been.
Right, because as moms, we kind of look, because we all read the books or we see other people, and we kind of look, and when, our child isn't doing what the other kids are doing, we start going, So what were some of the things that you noticed as a mom that let you know something wasn't right?
And like I said, at about 4 months of age, I noticed she wasn't holding her head up as strongly as she should have been. She was floppy. Her breathing was a little off, her breathing pattern. She wasn't crawling. She was just very, very weak. And so I had a lot of concerns about this. I had brought her into the doctors numerous times, and they were just, she'll just develop later. She could be a late bloomer. So they didn't really know too much either. But as a mom, when something's up.
You keep pushing like, excuse me, can you keep checking, please?
Right. So finally, we got referred to geneticists and neurologists, and they did lots of testing and in-depth things and tests with her. And then finally, we got our diagnosis of spinal muscular atrophy type 1.
No, so there's different types.
Right. There are 5 different types.
Okay.
0, 1, 2, and 3 and 4. 1 and 0 being the worst form. The earliest you start noticing things that are wrong, the more severe that it is.
Okay. So let's talk about exactly what it is. Let's help the audience understand what is SMA.
SMA, or spinal muscular atrophy, is a motor neuron disease. The motor neurons affect the voluntary muscles that are used for activities such as crawling, walking, head and neck control, and swallowing. Involvement of respiratory muscles can lead to an increased tendency for pneumonia and other lung problems. Sensation and the ability to feel are not affected. Intellectual activity is normal, and children with SMA are bright and sociable.
It's a muscular disease then.
Right.
Or it's not a disease. It's a genetic problem?
It's a genetic motor neuron disease.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't know that somebody carried this gene, right?
Right. 1 in 40 people unknowingly carry this gene responsible for SMA. I myself had no idea that I was a carrier. And when a carrier and a carrier get together, that's when you get a 25% chance of having a child affected by the disease of spinal muscular atrophy.
Now, why do you think there's so little known about it? 700 kids a year is a lot of kids.
Right. That is a tremendous amount. I believe that there is a lack of education, knowledge, and awareness about this disease, and it's our job as a community to change that, which is why myself and my mom and other SMA moms have formed Hope for SMA. It's a nonprofit foundation, and we exist to find, get, and give hope to these families and these babies with this terminal disease.
What's the life expectancy, and how does it progress? So that is it always fatal? Is there a medication that can be taken? What can happen so that people can understand better?
Is it always fatal? Type 0 and type 1 is the most severe and is fatal. There are types 2, 3, and 4, which can live into adulthood, although are paralyzed and confined to wheelchairs. It takes an abundance of medications and machines to keep these babies alive. Type 0 and type 1, they are not expected to live past the age of 2. And when Hannah got diagnosed, she was diagnosed with type 1, and the doctors turned to me and said, take her home and love her. She will not live to see her second birthday. And she passed away at 11 months in December of 2009.
So what's the best advice that you can give other parents? Parents who might be facing this or parents who have yet to face something like this?
Being a parent with an SMA child, you have so many important decisions to make. Not one is wrong. It's up to you to decide whether you're going to choose to go palliative care, do everything you can for your baby with machines, medications. We chose to try the best we could to, keep Hannah alive. And she woke up one morning just struggling to breathe, and the machines couldn't do it for her anymore. And, it takes suction machines, cough machines. I mean, you name it. You are fighting for your child's life. Is there anything that you have to add to that, Mom?
Yeah, Grandma, I'm sure that you were right there involved in all of this. That must have been very difficult.
We were. It took all of our family to unite and come together to help care for Hannah. Jessica was an amazing mom, became a nurse overnight, and we were so proud of the job that she did to instinctively care for Hannah. She and my husband and myself, Rudy, we all had to educate ourselves on the disease and the machines and try to get the insurances in place. So it was quite a battle. Just fighting for the insurances and to get the right doctors in her care was an incredible challenge of itself. So here we are fighting for Hannah's life, also fighting the insurance companies and trying to get the right doctors in place. And, that's why our family has formed Hope for SMA, so we can try to make a pathway for other peoples that might follow in our footsteps later on, and so they can avoid some of the pitfalls we fell into and just get the awareness out there as much as we can. That's why we're here today.
The insurance companies are unbelievable.
It is.
They really are, for the amount that they charge us for insurance and then constantly denying care.
I feel like there's no compassion behind it. It's like they're just, out to get your money. And it's like, here we are at home, struggling, and it's a really, really hard road, no matter what your circumstances are.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this amazing guy, Dr. Brian Casper, and his gene therapy program at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Ohio. Apparently, he's got some studies that are really promising about this.
Absolutely. Most families are supporting Dr. Brian Casper's gene therapy program at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Ohio. His program and his studies are promising, and the next step is getting into clinical trials. If we work together, we can put an end to this horrific disease. And he's looking at, only $1 million to take this into clinical trials and get it out there to the children.
And that's not a lot of money to raise.
No, it's not. It's very possible, and we're very excited about this. The majority of the SMA community is supporting this, and we have families all over the United States doing garage sales, lemonade stands, craft fairs, anything that
Bake
you
sales,
can imagine.
anything.
Absolutely. And, the community and the families are doing their part, and if we can get some corporate sponsorships to come behind us, the public to come behind us, that $1.5 million would be very easy to raise, and within 2 years, we can actually see a cure of this disease. They already know what causes it. Dr. Casper and his team has already cured a mouse. In the mouse model, they've extended the life of the mouse to 400 days. No other program has done that. So we are just so excited about this.
Very, very good. So again, let's give the website if people want to go learn more information about this, they want to see how they can donate or how they can become involved in helping spread the word or just supporting you in any way that they can. What's the website?
hopeforsma.org or .com. You can go on there to learn more about Hannah's story, about the foundation, Dr. Casper's program, make a donation, lots of things you can do to get involved. And you can go to the website again. That's hope, HOPE, for FORSMA.com.
And .org.
And .org.
And
Either one works.
Right. I'll make sure that these links are up on my webpage at hot923.com. Keyword Josefa. Now, I'm looking at a little pink stuffed animal here. What's this pink stuffed animal all about?
Well, we are so excited that Lullapets has come alongside us and just recently partnered with us. And they've created a beautiful plush stuffed animal that carries a wireless MP3 player that records mom's voice, mom's stories, or you can download songs. And we're so excited about this because they're donating 30% of the proceeds for every Lullapet purchase to the Cure and to Hope for SMA to help us help families. And so we are just really excited about this. There's, on Hope for SMA's website, you can find out how you can place an order for this. And again, 30% of the proceeds go to help fund this cure. They're also offering a $10 discount. So we're really excited. The owners have great giant hearts. Gary Viramontes is one of the owners, and also Wilmer Valderrama, who is actually the movie star. Everyone knows that name. He's the part owner as well, and they have giant hearts, and they're going to do everything they can to help us get that cure.
Very nice. And look on my webpage at hot923.com, keyword Josefa. You'll see a picture of this cute little, is it a puppy?
This one is called Diva the dog.
Diva the dog. She's so cute too. She's pink, and there's a wireless MP3 player inside. This is such a great idea. Imagine if you were a grandparent, or if you were a parent that had to go away and you wanted to record a bedtime story for your child so that while you're away they can still hear your voice. This is the perfect gift. Christmas is coming, birthdays are coming. How about just a gift just when your kid comes home from school for the day?
And being a parent of a special needs child, or, you're in the hospital and, you're in there, no matter what the circumstances are, you're in the hospital for an extended period of time. You have to, go down and get something to eat or take a break, or, even just to go down the hallway and get some peace. Your child's in the hospital and very sick, and, you feel bad leaving them, and you want them to be comforted by your voice and have something to hold on to. And you can record your voice, and while you go get something to eat at the cafeteria, you can leave one of these precious little pets by their bedside, and so it doesn't feel like they're alone.
Very nice. And what a great idea if you're looking for a way to give back, to buy some of these. Are they all puppies? Are they? I can't tell. That we got a cute little white one here, and there's a little bear.
We have different little bears. They all have different names. This little yellow and pink one is called Ballad. We had Diva the dog here. We have Dizzy the pup, who's black and white. It's just
they are so adorable, and and a little monkey too. Oh my gosh!
This is Mozart.
So
there
I know,
are 10
right?
Different ones.
We're talking about all of these little things, and you can't see them. So go to my webpage right now at hot923.com. Keyword Josefa. You'll see the group of them all together, and then go to their website. Again, the website?
Hope, HOPE, for FOR, SMA.org.
Hopeforsma.org or .com will take you right there. Purchase this. Get one for yourself. Get one so that you can give it to a child for Christmas or a birthday, or maybe buy one and then send it over to a hospital for a child that could use something like this.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming down today and explaining to us, enlightening our audience, educating our audience about SMA. We know more about it now. People are always looking for things and ways to give back. This is a perfect opportunity and a fun way to help raise money so that this cure can be found.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Again, that website, hopeforsma.com or .org. Moving along, what do Matthew McConaughey, Lance Armstrong, and Derek Jeter all have in common? And would you like to have it in common too? Stick around. It's all coming up next on the Community Review Hot 92.3.